Hey water signs, I'm Rodin. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the intuitive general tarot reading for Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. They are timeless in general, so just know that these messages will not be for everybody. If it's not resonating for you, it's okay. It's not your reading. It's not for you, not for this time. Doesn't mean that the other ones that I have won't resonate for you. Okay, so go ahead and check them out. I have been on YouTube for a while now, so there's a lot of them to watch if you want to binge. I also have a lot of playlists, so go ahead and check out the different playlists I've made for you guys over the years. Anyway, enough about that. Water signs, water signs, water signs. I feel like you guys are really feeling the spring energy. I really feel that renewal. I really feel that sense of like, almost like you've recently recovered. You have a new sense of vitality, a new sense of energy, and that's like also kind of coinciding with the energy that we're in right now too. So you guys are really feeling it, especially my Pisceans. I'm sure. Happy New Moon Pisces and happy birthday to my Pisceans who are out there. But yeah, it feels really nice. I'm liking it. I'm liking this energy with you. Let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what else we get. I usually start the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, because like there's a name for this. All the decks I use are linked below for your convenience. Also, make sure your notification settings are set to your liking, because YouTube changes them sometimes, and that you're subscribed if you want to be subscribed. Okay? Any messages or insights for my water signs for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Yeah, you guys feel very earthy. It's really nice though. It almost is making me excited. You guys might feel some sense of excitement right now as well, as I just see some butterflies come flying across my window. Water signs, water signs, water signs, water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Definitely feeling some recent towers. Definitely feeling recent towers for you guys as well. But I think you guys feel good about it. You guys, again, it just is renewed, refreshed. Could even be possible rebirth energy you guys have experienced. The butterflies are really catching my attention for you guys. Whoa! Woo-hoo. This feels like stuff you guys are leaving behind. We have rabbit with panther and hyena. Ooh, feels very triggery. Feels very triggery. The butterflies are like so prevalent right now. I feel like you guys have definitely gone through some big transformations, because you feel totally renewed is what I'm getting. If you're not in that renewal energy yet, you're still kind of in that change, death energy, shadowy energy. Like that's fine. Renewal's on the other side of that. I feel like my camera was a little sideways. This, I feel triggered, like almost like really angry or frustrated with other people. This, okay. Some of you might have been experiencing getting really triggered by perceiving weakness in people. That's specific. Definitely not for all of you. And it could be reversed where other people were getting triggered by your own. I keep getting the word weakness, which I think is sounds very judgmental. Sounds very judgy-wudgy. Yeah, I'm getting like annoyed, like just annoyed and triggered by seeing that in other people. What you perceive as weakness. It could also be just a projection as well of judging yourself for what you perceive as weakness, but that's what I'm getting, weakness. With the rabbit, that's what I'm getting, like pissed off at weakness. Pissed off at fear. I don't really like it. I don't really love it. But again, I feel like you're leaving this energy behind. And you could have been on the giving end of that or the receiving end of that as well. Hyena speaks of illusion. To me, when the hyena comes out, it's shadow. It's some shadow time, some shadowy energies. And that panther right next to it, it just feels like big triggers towards the external. And I feel like it's literally just when you are perceiving weakness or fear in people. And for some reason, it's just pissing you off. That's interesting. That's a very interesting shadow aspect. Any other messages or insights from my water signs? Turtle. Okay, I'm glad that Turtle's here. Turtle's a grounded energy. Turtle's also very mature energy. I almost feel like spirit guides actually with this. I feel a little bit more of like spirit team here. Yeah, they're saying yeah, trying to support you. So if you're the one who's been triggered, as opposed to experiencing people being triggered at you, because again, it could be reversed. If you've been the one who's been really, really triggered by fear, by weakness, those are the two big words that are coming up. I almost feel like your spirit team's been really close to you, like trying to get your attention here, that you've been really triggered, and there's a reason why. To me, this just feels like a very mature, very wise, very nurturing energy, but it doesn't feel like it's from physical people. It doesn't feel like that to me. It really strongly feels like from your guides, from your ancestors, like from people, from energies like that. You might have even been having dreams that have been like trying to get you to see this. I feel like they've been closer to try to get you to see, hey, you've been really triggered. You've been really triggered. There's been some shadowy stuff coming up here. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Any other messages or insights for my water signs? Oh, we got raccoon. Another kind of shadowy energy, and it landed right on top of the hyena. Landed right on top of the hyena. Look at that. Look at just like the black-white colors, right? Oh, I get it. I get it now. The trigger that I was picking up with you guys, like you're triggered by other people's fear or other people's weakness or your perception of weakness, it's beyond that. You've been triggered by people's masks. You've literally been triggered by people's representations, their inauthenticity. I feel like that's very Scorpio. Like that's super Scorpio. Like, yeah, that feels so Scorpionic to me. There's been a lack of compassion there. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's been a big lack of compassion there. I just feel anger. I just feel frustration, freaking irritation. Because it's almost because you can see clearer too. We are in a new moon Piscean energy, so our sense of intuition and perception is heightened at this time. And we've been in Pisces energy too, with Jupiter and Neptune as well, also creating other aspects. So that heightened sense of perception, intuition, and psychic ability has been heightened for everybody. But it's made you see people's masks clearer, and it's made you angry, frustrated. And again, some of you, it's also to recognize that there's a part of you that still has a mask, and that's also why it's triggering, that whole mirroring energy that we have in relationships. But this feels like such a background energy of just spirit team being like, hey, we got you, we're here for you, please pay attention. Again, I feel like this energy you've worked through already, or are currently working through. I feel like I really feel more of the renewal energy more prominently. Wow. On the bottom we have dolphin. Aw, I love this energy. This energy always makes me smile. It is technically the energy of a healer or a psychic, or an empath, or someone who's like really, really sensitive in that way. But it also is play and fun and sensuality. It's very Geminian to me. Yeah, it's very Geminian to me because it is like an emotional, like very fluid energy, but it's very fun and it's very childlike, and it's also excuse me, could also be very like witty, very, very playful. Yeah, I feel like this is more the energy you guys will be moving into, where you can be moving into more compassion, more empathy, not taking things so seriously, getting a little bit more on the lighter side of things and lighter side of life. There's something about this period of time here where you've been so triggered. And I feel like almost like yelling at a rabbit. Like that's kind of how it feels to me. Like, look at how big and badass your energy is here. And it's like, look at this tiny little rabbit. Like, don't tear that rabbit's head off. There's something about this energy though that I think has really put you guys in a position to really, really face your own shadow, to really face that part of you that is almost lacking that compassion and lacking that empathy. Yeah, to get you to look at that side of yourself, to understand it, to make peace with it, to integrate it, to go through this transformation where you can come out the other side with the support of your spirit team, lighthearted. Look at the color difference too. Jeez. To be more lighthearted, to be more compassionate, to be more understanding, and again, to not take other people's masks, other people's, like, where people are in their life is just where they are, and who they are is who they are, right? Everyone's human and everyone struggles sometimes. Nobody's perfect. We're all just doing the best we can for the most part. And not take it so personally when people can't be authentic and real to you here because they have their own fears and they have their own anxieties. I keep getting weakness, but I feel like that's a perception. But I feel like that really highlights and puts into context like the level of, what's the opposite of compassion? I don't know the anonym of that, like, or a good anonym for that. Really highlights how much like you're being unsympathetic or not understanding when you could be. I feel like that, again, this is the energy you're moving into. Okay, let's pull cards. Scooch over a little. Oh, I literally just heard the word hypocrite. Yeah, so just be mindful. There might be some martyr energy there too. Just be mindful. Just be mindful. I'm gonna use Dreams of Gaia. Any other messages or insights from my water signs? Any other messages or insights from my water signs? Ooh. A little burst of energy right there. Perception, the Nine of Air. This whole card speaks of how powerful the mind is, how powerful our perception is in creating our reality, and how we end up experiencing what we experience, right? It's like if you're coming from an open-minded place where you are accepting that things are what they are, but also accepting of change, accepting of just things that are possible, accepting of the positive, more accepting that people are where they're at in life. It leads to also a lot of possibilities and opportunities. But if you're working from this place, and again, it's not a judgment. It's not a judgment. We're all human. We're all human. But if you're working from this place, it's almost like seeing people in a very restricted way, seeing people in a box. Really, seeing people as you don't meet this standard. Seeing people as you're not real. You're weak. Like, it's rough. It's a little rough. It's a little rough. It's a little abrasive, but perception. Perception's here. The power of perception. I'm hearing holding your words. Words can be very powerful. Words are very, very powerful. They hold a lot of energy. And they do create reality. They do. They very much do create reality. Be mindful of your words. And not like you need to like keep yourself quiet necessarily or shut yourself up. Just be aware and mindful of when you are in that kind of triggered state. Be mindful of yourself and mindful of the impact your words have on people, and mindful of what impact your words have on your own life. the kind of energy that you end up experiencing, you know? Yeah. Thought in reverse. Yeah, there's a lack of mindfulness here. There's a lack of mindfulness as you're going through this shadowy period of time. Again, most of you, I feel like, are out of this. I feel like this is just speaking to what you've been experiencing, and you are coming out the other side here in this beautiful dolphin energy. But even for those who are a little bit like further behind, or maybe you're just getting into this energy, like, be mindful. Don't thoughtlessly spew words at people. Don't thoughtlessly attack people or lash out at people or judge people. Get to a place where you are a little bit more grounded and centered so that you can really understand why you're triggered by certain things and why you have this perception of weakness of certain people, or perceiving fear makes you angry. Like, there's a reason. There's a reason that you have that kind of reaction. And this is just saying, practice some awareness with that. And keep in mind, this could be someone you know. It doesn't have to be for you specifically, because it's energy. Any other messages or insights from your water signs? Yeah, there's the Judgment. Wow, not what I expected. Okay, beautiful. We're already seeing the other side of things. I like it. 10 of Air in reverse. 10 of Air in reverse is carrying way too much what other people think. And I do feel a projection of that, where you might even impose it on other people. Like, again, I keep getting this, like, perceiving weakness in someone. And it's like, the only reason you would have this judgment in your mind of this person's weak is because you're holding them to a standard of what strength is. And it's a judgment. It's a judgment. It is. It's a judgment. But this is caring way too much about the external and not your own truth. And it really creates this very judgmental energy. But again, I feel like you're working through that. That is the part of you that you're facing, understanding, trying to make peace with, and transform through. Okay? Now, the thing I didn't expect, Ace of Water. That's an openness. That's a vulnerability. It's being open to giving and receiving emotionally with people. Love, especially, in all forms. Love is not ooey gooey gushy gushy. Love comes in a variety of different manifestations in our life. That really goes hand in hand with Dolphin. Open, fluid, receptive, playful, willing, happy. Accepting is the biggest word coming through there. Accepting. This is what comes for you on the other side of this big change and transformation. Again, this might not be for you. It might be for someone that you know. Well, what else is really nice is that overall, we have the 6 of Fire. That's resolution. It's resolution. It could be making amends. It's finding that balance. It's going, hey, I recognize and see you, even if we disagree or even if we're different or whatever, but I can accept that you are who you are, and it is okay, and I don't have to judge it. I don't got to be triggered by it and lash out and rip your face off. Right? It's really nice, actually. This is the overall energy. Underneath that, we do have Crone. Ooh, nice, with the Ace of Fire. Crone is a very empowered energy. It's a very mature, wise, feminine energy. And then with Ace of Fire is passion, it's desire, it's fun, it's creativity, it's like ready and eager for the next thing. 2 aces here, and like I said, it has that feeling of refreshed, renewed, rebirthed energy for you water signs. Yeah, it's making peace with a very shadowy part of yourself, and in doing so, making peace with this very shadowy part of yourself, you can also make peace with others and not have so much judgment towards yourself or other people, or be so easily triggered by what you perceive as fear or weakness, and not caring so much about what other people think. Some of you might be surprised by this, where it's like, and maybe you don't realize it till you're out the other side of, oh, I've been triggered by this person, that person, because it's like I'm holding them to an expectation. You're not their mama. Unless they're your child, but you're not their mama. You're not their daddy. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary. Being grounded and centered will really help with that mindfulness as well, okay? Yeah. Kind of ending a little on a heavy note, but it's a water sign reading, so of course it's a little heavy. Let's do a partaking message. Partaking? I keep saying partaking. Parting message, and or advice. Oh, you know what? Shamanic healing just jumped out at me. We'll do this one. In doing so, it's also having a lot more acceptance of yourself. Any advice or parting messages here for my water signs? Any parting messages or advice for my water signs? Yeah, integration. That's exactly the word I've been using. It's a big change. This is a big change. I feel like it's a part of the shadow that runs very deep and also holds a lot of shame. Discernment. Yeah, discernment. Because again, this is about your perception and the impact your perception has on your relationships and yourself, the energy you live in your life. And this perception that you need to listen to what other people think or their opinions or whatever, or caring too much about what the external thinks, you're projecting that onto people and really internalizing that and doing that to yourself as well. And you get so triggered when you see someone who's not doing that, when you see someone who's like not falling in line or really being cognizant of doing things that are right, when you perceive weakness or fear, or you perceive that someone's still living through a mask, like through their own representation and not being authentic. That's also really big here. You get all triggered. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Yeah, wow. Two more cards that are just kind of reiterating the same message here. Transformation and stripping illusions. Stripping illusions, stripping that sense of expectation. And again, so also recognizing that you don't impose that on other people, not just towards yourself, but other people. I can definitely feel other people have been on the receiving end of this, this perception of yours, okay? But it's a big change, and look at what you get to enjoy on the other side. So kudos to you, because that's not easy work. It's not. That is not easy work at all. Overall, we have honoring your energy and new beginnings. New beginnings, rebirth, refreshed, spring-like energy. Spring is here after a very angry winter. A very frustrating winter. I think that's exactly what I'm going to label this. But again, Ace of Fire and the Ace of Water with the dolphin. That's beautiful. Have fun, water signs. You've earned it. Have fun in these relationships. Even if you have to make amends within current relationships, enjoy that. Enjoy that. For those of you who are not there, your spirit team's right there with you, and they're trying to get you to pay attention to this pattern. These triggers. Okay? All right, I'm going to go. I hope you guys got a lot out of that. And don't forget to check out the website, Venmo, and Patreon. And I will see you guys very soon, okay? Take care.